In today's video, we're going to be building out this digital marketing agency website using the new AI model Opus 5, and we're going to generate all the assets for this using Higgsfield's MCP directly within Claude. Higgsfield are also the sponsor of today's video, so let's go. Let's go. Okay, so first up, we're going to jump into Claude Code, and I'm going to give it this prompt here. Build us out a web project folder for a website called Circle. And then I want to say, let's have a 16:9 box that sits in the middle of the hero, which is 100 viewport height. And for the model, we're going to use Opus 5, and then we'll just keep this on high. So whilst this is doing this, I want to show you guys how to get connected using Higgsfield's MCP. So we can go up here and we can go customize. And if we go down here to connectors, you can see I've already got it added, but what you do is you go up here to add, and then you go add custom connector. Type in here, Higgsfield. And if we go over to Higgsfield and we click on MCP, this is our instructions to get this installed, but all we need to do is copy this, paste this in here, and then click add. And what that's going to allow us to do is use all of these image generation models and video generation models directly within Claude without having to leave it. And it's a really powerful workflow, but let's see what Claude's done. There we go. It's exactly what we've asked it to do. I want to turn this into an image, and I've got an idea. So we're going to say this: use Higgsfield's MCP and generate me a Nano Banana Pro image 16:9 for the following. Now I've got this idea for this sort of Renaissance painting, but the woman's like holding a smartphone, because this is for a digital marketing agency. And I want to see if we can kind of like personify that. You guys can pause the video and read all that if you want. But then I'm saying add the image directly into our design when done, replacing the red rectangle. Now this is exactly why I love this MCP workflow. We get to prompt it directly in Claude, but then Claude's also going to add it directly to our design once it's done. And check this, if you're a new member and you sign up to Higgsfield, you can get unlimited access for 24 hours. Which now means that even though we're using our MCP, we can now see over here on Higgsfield, we can generate unlimited assets as much as we want for 24 hours. It's kind of flagged that this is like a picture frame that's on a white wall. So I bet once we go into our design, yeah, this isn't really what we want. We kind of want like the frame to just kind of like be the edge of it. So it's saying here it could regenerate it, or we could get it to crop. Okay, so it's regenerated it to this, and it says it's added that into our design. But I would like to reprompt it because I like the idea of having a frame around it. We just need that frame to run to the edge. After regenerating a couple of times, we got this image here. So the idea is that once you come to the page like this, it's just this frame, but then as you start to scroll, it scrolls you into the image, and then we can see like the waves in the background and stuff going, and then our like information comes up. So we need to turn this into a video. So we're going to give it this prompt here: use Higgsfield's MCP and turn our hero image into a Seedance 2.0 4K video that's 8 seconds long. Now this is the prompt I'm going to give it. Keep our exact starting frame the image, no white edges around the frame. Zoom in on the painting to reveal the center, passing through our characters who are sat barely moving. Linear zoom the whole time, passing through the characters after 1/3 of the video. And then we'll say when done, replace our hero image with the video. Now, whilst this is generating our video, let's make a hero design, because we don't actually have anything. We've just kind of got our assets. So we're going to choose MacBook Pro 14. We'll make sure our background is set to this. Now, this is what we currently have. But what we want to have is we want to like have this like zoom in to about here. And then we want this to be like our hero with the text. So we could start adding in things here. You know, we could do like a little navigation up here. So we'll do something like this, something like that maybe. And let's get this positioned. Let's say 64 from the side, and then let's say 40 from the top. And we could add something like this. So this is like our sort of H1. There's our sort of main call to action. And then this will just kind of sit at the bottom of our image. But we need to add something to kind of separate this, drag this underneath, and then reduce the opacity a little bit. So something like that, something like this. And then for the next session, let's just say we expand this down just like this. Then I think we could have this text sort of appear here. Now this like seems the next logical step, like showing what it's about. And this is like once the user's like scrolling into here, then this hero kind of disappears, revealing this section. Okay, so Claude is now saying our Higgsfield video is now ready, but it's also done in past at optimizing it for web. And we could get this even smaller, but let's have a look at what it's doing. So let's refresh the page. Then now there is our video just like that. We're getting like a little bit of white up there, but I think this will be totally fine. So I'm going to tell it, So we're going to say this, have the video not playing in the beginning, but only played on scroll. I want it to zoom in on the video to make it fill 100% of the screen. And then for pacing, I'm going to say it should be 2 seconds into the video by the time it reaches 100% of the screen. Now this is quite specific, so let's see if it actually does it. Okay, so Claude says that is done now, so let's refresh it and see if it's managed to do it. So we actually need to get rid of that white edge there, but we could do that with Claude. So as we scroll down like this is now filling our entire screen just like that, and we get to pass through our characters just like that, and then it fades off. So that's exactly what we want. That's really cool. It's like we're going into the painting. We'll say fix the white edges on our start frame. And there we go, now it's gotten rid of it. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to implement some of this design that we've done over here in Figma. Now I'm going to use the Figma MCP for this. If you don't have the MCP, you could just like take a screenshot of a design within Figma and send that over. Because I have the MCP, I can go down here to dev mode, and I can go copy example prompt. It's going to be able to access all the actual layer and style, so there's no guesswork. So we're going to paste that in here, and then I'm going to say I've mocked up a hero design with content, keep our current video as it is, but once we get to 100% of the screen being filled, I want to introduce these hero elements. These stay in place whilst we're scrolling, and then they fade out as the video starts to fade out. And it is now done, so let's see it. And if we scroll down like this, then our content starts to appear on the screen just like that, which is so freaking cool actually. And then as we scroll here, it starts to fade off, and then all of our hero content goes with it. Now, as this fades off, I want to have this section appear like kind of behind it, and then we scroll down into the page. For the next section in our Figma design, where we have the about text, let's have this appear behind the hero and then turn into normal scrolling once it's fully faded in. Also, what's super impressive as well is this is fully responsive too. So if we scroll down just like this, then it's like this new like stacked version there. Now we have this like work with us thing here, but we're going to turn that into like an image and adjust that on mobile later on. But this is so impressive. Refresh the page and see, as we scroll down, everything appears like that, and then our about text appears right behind it, which is super cool. So once we get to this point, I want the user to be able to scroll actually down the page, and then I want to have another cool Renaissance image. I'm going to say for the next part below, I need another image in a frame. So use Higgsfield's Nano Banana Pro 16:9 and generate me the following. Now this is pretty much just the exact same prompt we had before, but slightly different. And it's generated us this image here, which is almost exactly what we want, but I'm not a fan of that Facebook logo and I want it to have a frame. I'll say it needs to be framed and I don't want the Facebook logo in it. And this here is what it's generated us, but I think I'll run it just a few more times because I don't like how thick that frame is. Okay, so here's what we've got just now. If we scroll down, we now get into this about section, then scrolls down to this new image here with this cheeky little pigeon in it. But once we get to this section, I want it so that once you scroll, that this then becomes full screen. So I've mocked up this sort of idea here over in the Figma, and you can see I've also generated these, which are just like other gallery images. You see this and you keep scrolling, and then it scales up to fill the screen, similar to what we have in the hero. So we're going to say check the Figma file, and then when we scroll down to the image, we want it to zoom in so it fills the entire screen like our hero does. Okay, so this is what we've got now. Once we scroll down to this about section, we big image there, and then as we keep scrolling down, this fills the screen, and then we have our text content there. So using this exact same workflow and steps, I'm going to get the rest of the sections of the website together and then make some final tweaks. Okay, so after a little while of making some changes, I'll show you how the website's currently looking. So this loading animation here, and then as we scroll down, it reveals all of our text there, and everything gets animated on screen just like that. We keep scrolling down. Then we get to this section here. Now this is animating through our text before it goes down here into this gallery section. Then it becomes this, and we keep scrolling down. It fades into this, and then we get down here to our final sort of section here to get started. And let's just say this is our mobile view. Well, this is how it looks on mobile. We scroll in, we get this like that, and that's looking so cool. Keep scrolling down, then we get to this section. That all works just fine. Get down here to our gallery in here, and everything on mobile is looking pretty good to me. So now you would want to optimize all your images and videos. This is quite a graphically heavy website. So what we could say directly in Claude is optimize all images and videos, and it does a really good job of doing this. But what we're actually going to do, because we want to be overly indulgent with this and make use of Higgsfield's unlimited generations for 24 hours, we're going to say this: turn our creators and brand images into Seedance 2.0 4K videos. Don't zoom into the images as we did in our hero video, just have a realistic scene and movement playing out in each. And that is for when we scroll to this section, we want this to just be some kind of video. And then as we go down here, this to be some kind of video as well, because why not? Okay, so we've now generated those two videos at the same time, and we can see that one there, which is looking really good. You can see that flowing, the pigeon moving, and then down here we have this scene which is animating as well. So let's view those in our final site right here. Now I'm really happy with how this turned out. Now I know this is kind of one of those annoying scroll jacking sort of websites that look good, that are a little annoying to use, but a lot of people are really interested in this sort of workflow. So I thought I would show you guys a website that uses all these techniques and concepts that really tell a story. Now what we could also say is upload this to the Higgsfield supercomputer so I can get a live link. And after just a short while, we can now see it gives us this link which we can open, and we now have a live link for our website. And this was super easy to do because the Higgsfield MCP, we didn't have to connect it to anything else. And we now have a live hosted version of our website that we could send to a client, test on devices. And yeah, it's just a super convenient part of that MCP workflow. So thank you to Higgsfield for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to check them out, you can sign up to this link in the description, create a free account, get unlimited generations for 24 hours, and try out some of these MCP workflows. If you're interested in these full AI workflows, building practical websites that you can actually sell to clients, then my online course comes out on Friday the 31st. So if you want to sign up to the waitlist to be notified when it finally goes live on Friday, then you can do so here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys soon with another video.